ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, tonight, a special welcome for a man who can truly be called the world's greatest all-round entertainer. In the hyperbolic world of show business, words like star have been all too often devalued. But if anyone truly deserves that glittering epithet, is this man. Currently starring at the Francis Albert Hall with his two friends, Liza and Frank Sinatra, in what has been billed as the ultimate event. And who is to say it isn't? His life has lately been chronicled in a two-part autobiography, the second part entitled, Why Me? Or as Barry Norman might say, why not? Welcome, Sammy Davis Jr. Great to see you, and thank you for making the time, because heaven knows you're busy enough. How did it all go last night at what Sinatra called the Francis Albert Hall?
Well, for me, it was frightening on a couple of levels, because I've never, in all the time that I've been coming to London and to England, I've never played at the Albert Hall.
Yeah.
Never. So I went early for rehearsal to look at it, and I was in awe of just to say, I'm here. It's a pretty big jump from 1960 at the Pigalle to the Royal Albert Hall. So, but I loved it last night, and I felt the warmth of the people. It was really nice.
Yes, it was a cavernous place, though. I mean, it's hard to imagine somebody like you being nervous. Were you actually nervous?
I could have, if I had a piece of soap, I could have washed my hands. That's the truth. No, you never get that secure. You know, at least I don't want to be that secure. Pardon me. I remember I was told something in the 50s. I was appearing on the second television show I ever did, Coast to Coast in America. It was with Eddie Cantor. The first show went, I was dumbfounded and I was stunned. I was with my family. And the second show, he called me back for the second show, and I said, Mr. Cantor, about 5 minutes before airtime, this was, everything was live, and I said, Mr. Cantor, I'm nervous. He said, son, the day you stop being nervous before you face an audience, get out of the business.
Yeah.
Yes, it always happens.
Even this crowd here. I mean, look at it.
No, but I'm...
They're applauding themselves now.
And I met them I met a few of the people on the way in, and they were very, hello, Sam, hello, you know, and I waved, and I went, but I'm still nervous.
Can I say it's your 60th year in the business? 60, is that right?
Yeah, 60 years in show business.
I mean, has it been a good time? If you had any of those 60 years to take back, would you take any of them back?
If it meant one change in where I am now, then I don't want to take any of it back. Yeah. Because I think the appreciation I have for the work I do, the appreciation I have for the public that's been supportive, and the appreciation that I have for just life in general. If I hadn't done it, it's like the old story. If you eat steak every day, then you don't know, about any other kind of food. Well, I was poor. I fought for my life to sort of make it in show business. I thought that was the have-all, be-all. Then I found out you better stop and smell the roses. And just hanging out every night ain't gonna make it, And I'm so happy about where I am now, up here and here.
You remember, of course, starting out, because you won't forget that. Was it your uncle?
My dad, and the man that I affectionately call my uncle, yes. Will Maston, yes. But this building, you know what this building is to me? This is where, in 1960, I did my very first television show in Great Britain for the BBC, right here. Honest. Yeah. Yes. And I remember it so well because I did a line, because following my variety show, my hour, No, my 50 minutes. I had a big band up here, and just Sammy Davis, blah, blah, you know. And right behind me came Perry Mason. And he was hot in Great Britain. The show was very hot. And I asked for extra time. And the producer went wild. He said, "What?" I said, "I beg your pardon, I know I'm supposed to be off now in 2 minutes, but I want to do Birth of the Blues. Is it all right if I do Birth of the Blues?" And I could just imagine in my mind's eye what was going on. It was like this. And a voice came over and it said, "All right, do it." And so I turned to the audience and I said, "Well, Perry Mason follows me, but you know what's going to happen. Hamilton Burgle will think he's going to win. He never wins, and then Perry will win the case, and that'll be the end of it." And I did Birth of the Blues, but it was in this building.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to be back here.
You still do Birth of the Blues?
I have to.
Yeah.
Because if I don't do Birth of the Blues, nobody recognizes me.
Let me ask the producer, can he do Birth of the Blues? Would
See,
give
you
us-
get no response back. You know? Hear that?
Yeah.
It's silence.
Yeah.
No, he can't do Birth of the Blues. Who does he think he
says
is,
you
Lionel
can
Blair?
He says you can do Birth of the Blues. Will you do Birth of the Blues for us?
Maybe later.
Yeah. Okay.
I
We'll
promise.
make the time.
Okay.
We'll
if you
make
can,
the time.
if
But
you
what we
can.
have for you is, if you don't mind going back this far, a clip from your first movie. It was called Rufus Jones for President.
You're joking.
Yeah, we got that.
With
Have a-
Ethel Waters?
Age about 7.
Thank God I can wear that same suit today.
Can you do those taps?
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah? Watch it now. Watch. We don't want one of your legs falling off. I'll be glad when you're dead, you rascal, you. Wonderful. But it's nice to see something like this. It must be a while since you've seen that.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that particular
Yeah.
edit, because I have it at home, but you don't bore people with running it.
Try to keep the hat on as well as do the tap
trying to
tap. See, that wasn't easy, was it?
And I wasn't 7.
Yeah?
No, I was
Oh.
going on 5. Yeah. And I had been in show business. I started in show business when I was 3. I won an amateur contest, and the top prize was $5. And when they give you the money as an amateur and you win it, then you become a professional, right? Because you got paid.
Of course, yeah.
So from the age of 3, I was a professional. And my family, my mother was on the show with my dad and Will Maston, and the only way they could get away with allowing me to work is they would put the blackface on, which is a little redundant, and they passed me off as a 44-year-old midget. True. They did. I really mean it.
Tell me,